Is your new job messing up your life? Or is just regular work stress getting you down? Don't worry, because in today's video, we're gonna work through this together. Let's go. Hey everybody, it's Josh from Self-Help for Millennials, back with another video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I put out new self-help content every single week that'll help you live your best life, and you don't want to miss out. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Super happy to have you here. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I am currently doing to manage the stress of my new job. And hopefully you'll be able to use these things to manage your work stress as well. So without further ado, let's dive on in and let's reduce that work stress in your life together. All right, let's get going. So the very first thing that we can do, whether you're starting a new job or you've been in your job for a while, is to realize that it's going to take time to adjust to that change in your life. Anytime we introduce something new to our lives or something that changes our schedule, it's going to take time to adjust to that change. And this adjustment period is honestly the hardest part of any kind of change that happens in our lives because humans like consistency and comfort. I know for me, starting this new job, it has been like a whirlwind of just change, right? It's really thrown a wrench into my personal life as well as my schedule overall. I've never worked a consistent 9 to 5 Monday through Friday schedule. I actually used to make my own schedule. I had my own business. So now I'm expected to work 9 to 5 at Monday through Friday. It's really weird for me. And needless to say, a majority of my time now has had to shift towards working a job. And whereas before, I didn't have to do that, right? Like I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And what I'm doing to try to combat this stress is just realize that it's gonna take some time to adjust to this new schedule. It's just gonna require me to be patient with myself, to be kind with myself, and not try to really rush this adjustment period. All right, it's gonna take that time, and that's normal, right? Like you can't expect to get something right away, to adjust right away to something brand new in your life. And that goes with work schedules as well. So if you're new to your job, like a lot of us are over this past year, or even if your current job is stressing you out, just be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, and give yourself the time to adjust to this new lifestyle. And once you do, I promise your stress will go down quite a bit. All right. So be patient, be kind, and allow yourself time to adjust. Once you've given yourself permission and time to adjust to the new job, it's time to ask yourself if the things that are stressing you out are actually within your control. That is a good question to ask because feeling like we aren't in control in our lives is probably the number one reason that people feel stressed out. And it's typically because we like to feel like we have some sort of control over what is happening in our lives because it makes us feel safe. Humans like to feel safe, but unfortunately, for those of us that work for somebody else, there isn't a lot of control in terms of when we work and what we do while we're at work. So the question I've been asking myself all week this week, whenever I find I'm getting really stressed out with this job, I'm like, is this within my control? Can I change this? If it is in my control and I can change it, then I do. Because if I can change it, then it won't stress me out. But if it is not within my control, then I try not to worry about it because I can't change the schedule I'm expected to work. I can't change who my trainer is, although I love my trainer. She's amazing, but I can't change certain things about work, and neither can you. So worrying about the things that are outside of your control will inevitably cause stress in your life. And while you're wanting to feel like you're in control, especially again, if you're starting a new job, you're in a new environment, it's understandable that you want to feel safe and in control. But it just isn't wise to try to control all these things outside of your power to control them. So instead of obsessing and stressing over every little thing that is out of your control, ask yourself, is this in my control? Can I change it? And if it is in your control and you can change it, then do that. Reduce that stress for yourself. But if it's out of your control and you can't change it, then don't worry about it. All right. Let it go and focus on what you can control instead. And this will bring your stress levels way down. All right. So remember, focus on what you can control, and everything else, just let it go. All right, we've given ourselves time to adjust, and we have let go of everything we can't control, and we're focusing on what we can control. So the final thing that you can do to reduce your stress at work is to find something that you enjoy about it. A sad reality that we have to live with is that often we work jobs that we don't actually enjoy. Luckily, I enjoy what I'm doing right now, but this wasn't always the case. And being stuck in a job you hate makes life miserable, and it just adds to overall stress. But there is one trick that I always use to brighten my work days, no matter what I was doing at the time. And I would always just try to find something that I enjoy about my work, regardless of what I was doing. Sorry about that. Regardless of what I was doing, I would find something that I enjoyed. I used to work at a lumber mill. That means 12-hour shifts stuck inside all day long. Backbreaking work, not very fun. Everybody there hated their jobs. So that made me hate my job. But I found something to enjoy about it. I really started to enjoy the smell of sawdust. It made me feel like I was in Home Depot every day. You know when you walk into Home Depot and it smells like wood and sawdust? That smell made my work days so much more enjoyable because I focused on that. I didn't focus on everybody else's negativity. I didn't focus on the job itself, which was really hard to do. I focused on what I enjoyed. And this small shift in what I was focusing on, but you can use too to shift what you're focusing on, will help lower your stress levels. So I encourage you, instead of focusing on how much you hate your job or how much you hate what you're being made to do at work, try to find something you enjoy and focus on that instead, because this will help your mental health overall, because instead of focusing on the negative, you focus on the positive, and it'll help you reduce the stress of going to work because you're going to have something to look forward to instead of something to dread. So instead of focusing on what you don't like about work, find something you enjoy. I know it might be hard, but try to find something to enjoy and only ever focus on that while you're at work. And I promise you that'll help you get through the day, and your mental health will thank you for it. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, and work is no exception to this, especially when you are starting a new job. Your entire life gets turned upside down and your schedule changes completely. I totally get it. Like, this has been me this past week, right? I've started working 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and this has been the first time in my life I've ever done this. But these 3 things that I've given to you today, these 3 tips of taking the time to adjust, acknowledging that it's going to take that time, letting go of what you can't control, and finding something to enjoy, are helping me navigate through this stressful change in my life, just so that the stress doesn't overwhelm me and I can actually enjoy the process. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by a new job or just work in general, remember, it'll take time to adjust, especially if it's a new job, right? Let go of what you can't control and focus instead on what you can control. And then finally, find something you enjoy about work or at work and focus on that. And that'll help you all feel less stressed at work. And if you do this, I promise you that you and I will get through this transition together. Work can be very stressful, but we're going to get through it together using these 3 things, and we're going to come out better than we went in. And now I would love to hear from you. All right. So let me know in the comment section below. What do you do for work? And what is one thing that you absolutely enjoy about it? And if you made it this far in the video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps get the content out to the people that need to see it. And of course, I appreciate the likes, the comments, and the subscribers. So please do that if you haven't already. I'll appreciate you forever if you do. But until next time, I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you in the next video.